Music Interview Corner.
Hello from the Music Interview Corner, in collaboration with ROCKHARZ 26, and I'm here with Steven Seagulls. Can you introduce yourself, especially you, because you're the new guy?
Yeah, my name is Luigi. I'm the new guy. I've been in the band since last fall. So yeah.
And this is Herman, the banjo player, guitarist, vocalist.
And I'm Remmel, guitar player, mandolin, vocals. Hello.
In about, 40 minutes or something, you're going to be on stage at ROCKHARZ. How does it feel?
Well, it's one of these big German festivals and they always are very exciting. So really looking forward to it. And there was just Halloween playing, I guess, finishing before us. And so there's big boots to fill.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. It's the first bigger metal festival for this summer for us, so it's nice.
Thank you.
Likewise, yeah. This is my first time with the band with an audience like this, so it's exciting, really nice.
What I find so fascinating about your band is it started all with a really funny, crazy comedy idea, and then it became this big international success. When was the moment when you realized this is something bigger now?
Well, I think it was in 2014 when we started putting those acoustic live videos like The Trooper in June, and somehow it just spread out internationally. Like Metal magazine started writing and sharing the video, and very soon after a couple of videos like Thunderstruck, we got a recording label and booking agent, international booking agent. So those were the signs that it's gonna bring us abroad as well, not just Finland. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been following this band's careers long before I joined the band. Of course, these guys are like my friends from like back in the days. We used to do gigs with other bands, but yeah, I remember noticing that wow, these guys hit it big. So it's cool to be with the band now. So
Yeah, maybe the first really big moment also was the Sweden Rock 2015 when we actually played for the first really big audience. That's when it felt like, okay, maybe something is happening that we didn't know. So it's been nice. It's already been over 10 years. I can't believe that, actually.
Oh yeah, it's 2011 you started, right?
Yeah.
It's your like 15th anniversary soon.
I guess we started like 2010, if we count like the very beginning of the band. So it's, but yeah. Well, every year is a reason for celebration.
Yeah. Speaking of success, last year in October, you released your studio album, your brand new studio album, The Dark Side of the Moon. Who came up with this title? And were they just inspired, or were they sober, or were they just staring at a cow for too long?
Yeah, I guess we were kind of throwing out ideas, different types of names, and that was one of them. And when I was a child, I stared at cows a lot because my grandparents had a dairy farm. So maybe it came from the childhood somehow. A little bit from the English band called Pink Floyd.
A little.
Yeah.
Tiny.
When you decide to arrange to cover a famous rock or metal song, what do you look first for in the song?
Well, usually the riffs and melodies are like if there's a really good killer guitar riff or something. At least that's for me something that lights up the ideas. And then you transform that to something like a mandolin or banjo, and it sounds just funny and different and something that you really enjoy playing. And yeah. What else do you think?
Yeah, it's been fun to see this stage when we are like collecting demos for the next albums and yeah, coming up with the songs. Like I'm like doing my own list for this would be maybe nice, and then demo it at home and then throw it back to the guys and see if they like it and then see how it goes. It's fun.
Which songs did you suggest so far?
Well, I personally I'm waiting for if we can make a version of a Rush song. I'm not going to tell which song,
Okay.
but a Rush song. Yeah.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I don't know, but Luigi, I think I saw a title "Sexual Healing" in the demo files. I'm not sure if that was you, but I guess it could be you.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
But yeah, I made a short version of one German song, so let's see what happens. You never know. There's plenty of good music in Germany.
And I bet there's a lot of people who give you suggestions for songs that you're supposed to cover. What was the most ridiculous or crazy suggestion so far?
I don't know, actually. They are surprisingly good most of the time, which is... But I'm sure that there has been really weird ones, but I can't think of anything. Sometimes people have been suggesting that we should make a cover of a bluegrass song, which is kind of like, well, what should we do with it? Because we already... It sounds like a bluegrass already, but maybe those are a little difficult to think, but... Nothing really crazy or something like that comes to mind, actually.
But we are making the next album already, like the 6th album, and that's on the demo kind of section. So good suggestions are always welcome.
Yeah, do you have
Yeah,
good
just
ideas?
DM us if you have a good song.
Yeah, put it in the comments of the
Yeah.
video.
Yes.
On this album, you have about 50% cover songs and 50% original songs. Where do the ideas for the original songs come from? Is it like late night moonshine sessions and Finnish folk rock, or weird dreams after concerts?
Well, we all write songs, so I cannot speak for the other. How is the birth of the song, how it happens, but for me it's very much like imaginary things, like more like the dreamy stuff that starts to develop into a song, and sometimes like there's pieces of melodies and riffs and that I put together, and like rarely it comes in a short time, so it usually takes a lot of time to bring up a song. How about you?
A lot of the times it seems to be if I'm running or walking, the rhythm kind of starts to bang in my head, and then I come up with a short phrase and I start repeating the phrase or repeating some kind of melody, and then I try to remember that. And it's a lot of times it happens like that. So for some reason, but a short phrase or a melody, that's usually how it starts with me.
And Luigi?
I think I usually start with a melody, like a even a short clip of a melody, and then. But let's see what's it gonna be, because I haven't offered yet much songs for the band, but let's see.
But we all been writing songs for our like different projects, like solo projects, and also, but writing songs to Steven Seagulls it's always different, because it kind of you think about the band and the whole kind of image and everything, that what could sound like, and then it brings up kind of ideas for the stories and things like, you know, like Ghost Town or Down to the River, and that kind of like a little bit bluegrass country theme involved.
Oh yeah, and the bench just made some really weird noises. Could you imagine to write a song about a broken bench?
That sounds like a...
The sound came from that end. So.
Why not? Why not? It could be. It could be a disaster song that it starts with the broken bench and then everything starts to fall apart, and then there's a huge fire and the forest catches on fire and then the nearby village gets destroyed, and maybe that type of a story could be.
My bench is always broken. Who could heal it? Yeah.
But somehow it's a success in the end.
Yeah, I would love to hear that song. So one of my favorite songs on your new album is Seagulls and Moonshine. What was it inspired by? Like a drunken midnight barn party, or too much moonshine, or just drunken seagulls? And what do the seagulls stand for? Like for you, for the band members, or for your fans? It's a comedy question.
I think our drummer Skubu should be here, because he's the songwriter behind that song.
No,
but I think that song really, like, it resonates with our US tours, I think. Like, there's so many lyrical lines that are like like we were traveling there in a bandwagon, which is kind of a sleeper van, and always trying to find the place to sleep, like sometimes sleeping over the night at the Walmart's parking lot or some gas station, and then just there's a certain type of routine you develop on a month tour in US, and you kind of just go in that bubble, and I think those lyrics are from that kind of a angle. But he should be here telling the real story. What about you? How do you?
I agree. Skubu wrote the song, but as I understand, it's about life on the road and stuff like that. So, and I think the Seagulls refer a little bit to us, and Moonshine refers to the fact that a lot of times in US when we are touring, people tend to bring us moonshine for the road. So. Interesting times in US. We haven't been there for a few years now, but let's see, maybe we'll make it over there in the future again and write another song like that.
Now that you're making more original songs, do you ever feel trapped in a way, or not sure where the band will go? Do you still feel like a cover band, or do you feel like something else?
Well, I've never felt any kind of a difference between the covers or original in this band, but and who knows where we're going? Like we don't really force it. Like if the originals are not fitting in, then there will be on the covers and vice versa. So it's not a big deal. We just make music.
Yeah, I agree 100% that a lot of the songs that we have arranged, again, of course, are written by somebody else, but they are quite different, the versions, so they don't feel like 100% cover song in a way. It feels like playing music, like Herman said, that if it's an original or a classic, it doesn't really make a difference. But we'll see. Maybe a good mixture of both is a good way to go. But it's sometimes difficult because you don't really know what the genre is with the band. So when you are writing a song, it's a little bit difficult always to think that what type of music is this, but maybe it's not important to think about it. Just write music and see what happens. And
what do you think?
Oh, yeah, that's how I see too. Like we all do have our like solo projects and stuff, so we write songs, and then we can be like really open to suggestions, and if the song fits with the band, then we can use it, and if not, then we can maybe do a version with the other project. So it's free and fun.
Yeah, it's been there. Like the writing originals been there like since the second album. So 4 albums already there, and we just realized that we could actually put out the album with only originals. I think we have 13. So yeah, it's fun.
You have a solo project called Matthias and the Canyons. Shocker, Matthias is his name, sometimes Herman, sometimes Matthias. And Remmel, you have a solo project called Remmel and the Rattlesnakes. Yes. How does it work for you? How do these projects influence each other, like your solo projects and Steven Seagull's? When you write a song, for example, do you know immediately if it's going to be a Seagulls song or if it's going to be for one of your solo projects?
It's impossible to say, like really. You just really want to finish the song and kind of follow the mood, and the song kind of writes itself many times, and you just need to be like loyal to the song that is coming out and try to just make your best and not think about where it's going. And many times like Sweet Maria was the song that I was thinking that I'm gonna do with the Canyons, and it just turned out that it was more like a Seagulls song. So it can be very, very mixed, and it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's just I just write some songs that come to mind and try to finish them, and then see that if they make it to the Seagulls album, that's nice. But so far, I've mainly released them on my solo project, and the whole solo thing is more like a musical collective. We have a bunch of friends. We don't have an actual band. There's like a core group of people, but mostly it's just a way to output music with no boundaries or limitations. So it could be from synth pop to rock or country or whatever. So it's kind of a output for everything that doesn't find any other place to release. So
Yeah, I guess we all have kind of a need to write music and publish it, and as a hobby too. You know, like it's just a kind of a lifestyle thing.
yeah, it's the whole solo thing for me is more like Herman said, like a really serious hobby. That because we tour a lot with Seagulls and we try to make a new album a little bit quicker than the last one. I think it took us 4 years or something. So the Remmel and Rattlesnakes, it's more about when there's time and when there's a good slot to maybe go to studio with friends. So it's the 100% aim is at the Seagulls thing, and then when there's time, then there's time to do other stuff. So that's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you're contributing differently to Steven Seagulls since you have your solo projects?
I don't think like there's. Well, sometimes you could see them colliding in a way, but I think it's just a good thing to get more like to explore more kind of a musical ground, and I think it's like the more music you do, the more you learn, and more is more.
Yeah, I do agree. I've always found it like refreshing to do like all kinds of stuff. I also do children's music with another project in Finnish. So yeah, and that's fun too. So yeah.
But like in Steven Seagulls, I'm more like the banjo guy with the hat, and maybe in Matthias and the Canyons, it's more of a singer-songwriter type of approach. So it's a little bit different than, yeah. And songs are more, I think, like more mellow. It's not party music, at least. No, that Steven Seagulls is, but it's more cheerful. Steven Seagulls, I would say. If we're looking for differences.
Yeah, I agree. It's maybe easier to write maybe a little bit more personal music with the solo project, but then on the other hand, it doesn't really matter if it fits to the album. It can be anything, but I think what Herman said, the cheerful is a good word. That maybe Steven Seagulls is a little bit more upbeat and cheerful, and to write a song of something really personal or something really serious could be a little bit difficult, but not impossible. But of course there are differences. But I agree with Herman that and Luigi that the more you write and more you make music, the better you maybe get. So I think everything that people do around art gets things forward. So no problems there.
If you would have to replace one of your band members with a cow, who would it be, and whose job could the cow maybe do?
You start this time.
You might get fired.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking it visually because Hiltunen is he's a big guy, so and a cow is a big animal, so maybe there's the cow's spot. I don't know.
I'm thinking about skubukos, because we in Finland at least we say that like lehmän hermot, it means like the cow's nerves, like they are very calm, they take everything easily and patiently, yeah. So if the cow can play the drums, then it's skupu.
Yeah, I would replace myself. It's just put the microphone in front of the cow and it starts mooing, and there you go. So that would be the easiest thing maybe, but the personality of a cow and skupu, there's a good connection there too. So that could be like a spare option.
Yeah, if you would be the cow, then it would really be the dark side of the moo. Okay, and another very difficult question. If you had to replace one band member with a seagull, who would it be?
I would replace our sound technician Antti, because he's always going back and forth from the front of the house to the stage and back. It would be easier to fly from the front of the house to the stage and back. So maybe Antti would, or maybe I would cross Antti with the seagull, so he would still be Antti but with wings. So.
Icarus, but Icarus seagull version.
Yeah.
You often introduce him as the bearded seagull, so he kind of already is the seagull. So.
I would replace Hiltunen because I would like to see a seagull playing the accordion like with the. Yeah.
Look, no hands.
Yeah.
If ROCKHARZ would give you like full reign over the festival, what unnecessary features would you add to make it more like suitable for your band, for Steven Seagulls?
Modified to our needs.
Usually we feel cozy when there's haystacks and beer.
Only Finnish language allowed.
Oh yeah.
So that would be nice.
Yeah, but then people would all try to learn Finnish so that they could come to the festival.
Yeah, spread the joy of really difficult Finnish language that you can't actually use anywhere else than in Finland, but everybody would have to learn Finnish.
At
So
least I can still come then.
yeah,
Then it's just you and me and us and some other Finns.
Maybe there could be like Finnish traditional like summer like not sports but games like mölkky, which is like throwing.
This midsummer game, I love it.
Yeah, that's great. It's like throwing wood blocks that have numbers.
And a
It's very tricky.
Yeah,
it's very
it is.
tricky,
It's nice,
actually.
yeah.
I love it.
and a huge bonfire in the middle of the festival area
Yeah.
where you can sauna.
Saunas. You know, if it's as hot as last week and you just close the door of a container, you have a nice sauna actually.
Yeah, and I noticed that there are many like buildings here, like these cottages that look like saunas, but they aren't. But they
Not
should.
yet.
They should be.
Yeah, not yet. Actually.
Yeah.
and of course every year we would have a celebration of the Finnish World Championship, celebration of ice hockey, which is really common in Finland. So especially if there are Swedish or Swiss people around. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, and then we would have to hope that Finland will not lose against Sweden, or we might get a riot at the festival. Maybe. Yeah.
There you have it.
Yes. Would you like to say something to your fans before we end this interview?
Well, first of all, thank you so very much, and all the love to every fan. We've had amazing shows last year and really good start for this year. Now we're in about halfway of the year, and yeah, keep enjoying arts and live music because there's plenty of good stuff everywhere. So thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much for following us on social media and also showing up to the shows. It's really big thing for us to. We do a lot of live music, so thank you for that.
Thank you all. See you somewhere.
Cool. And Skubo, do you want to come? Because
Skubo.
was standing there. Do you want to say something to your fans as well?
I love you all, and I love you, these guys, and I love you too,
Oh, thank you, Skubo.
and our fans. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, such a loving person. Thank you so much, Steven Seagulls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, now I'm going to let you fly to the stage, and goodbye from the Music Interview Corner.
Music Interviews Corner.